Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my online class. I am Nazmul Shweet, lecturer in physics. We know that you are safe and sound in home due to corona pandemic. You stay home. Inshallah, we will meet soon. Okay, boys. Today I discuss chapter number 5, that is work, energy, and power. By the end of today's class, you must be able to know about universal concept of work and energy, definition of work, energy, and power, relationship between work with force and displacement, work done by a constant force, work done by a continuously varying force. So firstly, I discuss universal concept of work and energy. The amount of work that must have been done on it to give it that energy. If there had been no energy, the universe would have ceased to function. Energy is being continuously converted from one form to other. Through the total energy of the universe has a definite value and remain unchanged. We can see objects because of the light. We can hear and there exists sound energy. We can move from one place to another by virtue of mechanical energy. Electrical fan, mills and function are running by electrical energy. Although it is often convenient to classify energy as being chemical energy or nuclear energy or heat energy, etc. There are basically two types of energy, that is kinetic energy and potential energy. Now I discuss the definition of work, energy and power. Firstly, work. We know that when we apply some forces on a block and the block moves some distance, then the production of force and distance is called work. So the definition of work, W is equal to F into D, and this is the equation of work done. And we know that from a equation v square is equal to a square plus 2ad. If the initial velocity u is equal to 0, then v square is equal to 2ad, and find out the values of a is equal to 1 by 2d into v square. And we know that the work done equation w is equal to f into d and f is equal to ma. Now I put the values of f these equations and get the ultimate result half mv square, and half mv square is the equation of kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is equal to work done. So this equation gives the definition of energy, and the energy definition is the change of velocity is called kinetic energy, and the equation of kinetic energy is equal to half mv square, and the unit of energy is joule. And lastly, I discussed the power. Power is work done per unit time. So P is equal to W by delta T, and the unit of power is watt. Now I show you some typical values of work. Here are some activities, and that's activities uses that equivalents of work done. The annual US energy use 18 to 10 to the power 19 joule, burning 1 gallon of gas 10 to the power 8 joules, human body intake per day 10 to the power 7 joules, melting in ice cube 10 to the power 4 joules, lighting a 100-watt bulb for 1 minute 6000 joules, heartbeat zero point 0.5 joules, turning page of a book 10 to the power minus 3 joules, hope of a flea 10 to the power minus 7 joules, breaking a bond in DNA 10 to the power minus 20 joules. Now boys, you look at these pictures here. This man push some forces on these blocks, and the blocks moves forward and traveling some distance, that is d. You see and carefully look the direction of force and distance. The direction of force and distance is the same direction. If the direction of both things is the same, then it is easy to work done calculation, and these situations you use the work done equation w is equal to f into d. But if the situation is like this, the direction and the force is not same, then it is very difficult to calculate work done from this case. Now to solve these problems, you must be turn this direction and make the both direction is the same direction, And for solving these kinds of problems, I show you how to solve. Now I draw a projection from this place to distance direction projections, and the values of uh, the component of f is f cos theta. Now you look here, the direction of force and the direction of distance is the same direction. Now we put these values in the work done equation. W is equal to f into d, that is f cos theta into d. Now the work done equation, finally W is equal to d into f cos theta. So boys, you must careful the direction of the force and direction of the distance. Again, I show you another picture. This is the same kind of problems that I discussed previously. Now I discuss these pictures. This body moved from this position to this position, and boys, you know that when a body moves from one place to another place, there are some work done in that body will be done, and this kind of work is called potential work done or potential energy. And the equation of potential energy, you know that mgh, and here W is equal to mg, and that's kind of on kind of force, and the traveling distance is delta y. Now we put the values of this component in the equation of work. W is equal to f into delta y, and we got the ultimate result mgh, and this is called the potential energy. And potential energy is nothing but is the one kind of work done. Now I show you a reverse condition. If the body moves in the upper direction, and the in in this situation the body, if the body moves in the lower direction, then the work done must be negative. But the both direction is the same direction, it must be positive work done. So lifting a box is positive work, lowering the box is negative work. And you see the equation W is equal to f into delta y, and put the values minus mg h. Work done by gravity. This you look here, the direction of moving objects and the traveling distance is the same direction, so must be work done is a positive work done. Now I show you a problem. Must you see the direction of the force and see the direction of the traveling distance is not equal. They are making theta angle with traveling distance and applied force. So it's a condition. Now we first solve and make the direction both are same direction. Here the values of f is equal to 45 newtons, initial velocity 0 and final velocity 2.6 meter per second, and work done 50 joules, and calculate theta and mass m. I show you the problem's solution. W is equal to f cos theta into d, and theta is equal to cos inverse W by f into d, and put the values, and the ultimate theta's magnitude is 42.2 degrees, and with the help of change of kinetic energy equals to work done, W is equal to half mva square, and m is equal to 2w by v square, and put the values from these equations. We got the values of m 14.8 kg. So from the previous discussion, you must know about, we must be careful about the direction of force and direction of distance. Here I show three pictures in three conditions where theta is less than 90°, where theta is equal to 90°, and here theta is greater than 90°. So where theta is less than 90°, the work done must be positive. Where theta is equal to 90°, the work done is equal to 0. And where the theta is equals to 180°, that is -1, and that kinds of work done is negative work done. Now I discuss raindrops are falling on my head. Boys, no more tensed about the problems. You must be see the direction of the objects and traveling distance. It's a one kind of work done by gravity. So weight direction is lower, and the direction of distance is lower. So we know the weight W is equal to F into minus mg, and delta Y is equal to minus h. So now we put this values is the equation of work F into delta Y, and we get the ultimate result mgh. And this is a special case, object drop from the rest. The direction you see must direction, see the direction is both are lower direction. So W is equal to mgh, and previously we know that v square is equal to u square plus 2gh. Initial velocity u is equal to 0, then v square is equal to 2gh, and v ultimately v is equal to root over 2gh, and the velocity is equal to 2gh. If you find out the rest object's velocity, you put this equation from this into this situation. So must be calculated velocity these bodies. Now I show you two pictures. Firstly, this blocks moves from this position to this position, so traveling distance is h. So easily we use the equation W is equal to mgh. But if the block traveling this path, and this is the inclined path, and traveling distance is L, then the inclined path converted to this height, we use sine theta equations, and here the angles. So we know that L is equal to h by sine theta, then the force converted to mg sine theta, and the height is L. Then we got the equations from putting these two values, distance and force. So if it is direct, then mgh or other, you calculate the with the help of inclined plane. We must be find out firstly the distance, and find out the force, then put the both values and got the ultimate equations. So with the solving situation, you make your equations to suitable for solving that kinds of problems. How to calculate the speed of a moving body? Previously I discussed this. When a body falls from a upper position to lower position, now I discuss when a body moves in the inclined position. No more tense about it is inclined position or upper to lower position. In both cases, the velocity v is equal to root over 2gh. Now I discuss work done by constant force. Firstly, I show you a graph in x or direction. I put the position, and y coordinate I put the values of force. You look here, the body moves from x1 to x2, and x1 position the applied force is F, and x2 position the applied force is F. So in both cases the force is equal. So when the object moves from x1 to x2, there will be no changes of forces. So the initial velocity and final positions velocity and all of the positions velocity is same. That is called constant force work done problems. Now you look here, a body moves from O position to x2 position. Firstly, it moves to O position to x1 position, then it's moved to x1 position to x2 positions. And for moving O position to x1 position, you need some forces, that is F1, and the moving x1 position to x2 position, he needed some forces to F2. So two position changes, he needs two kind of forces, and the force is changed. So that is called not constant or non-constant forces by work done problems. So here I show you again a graph. You see here the force is changes constantly from x1 position to x2 position. So when the force is changes constantly, that is constantly varying force and work done problems. For solving these kinds of problems, we slice these positions x1 to x2 positions. If it is slice size is greater, then this shape is not equal with the varying constantly forces. Okay boys, now you look the pictures. This situation I divided very smaller slice from x1 position to x2 position, and naming the all slices delta x, and the force of first cases F1, the second cases F2, third cases F3, dot 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 dot, and the last case is Fn. And when we multiply the force and the slice distance, that is delta x, then we get the values of work done. So in the process of statistics, work done equation W is equal to summation over Fx into delta x. Here's the slice number 1 and the last slice number n, and here the multiple of force and traveling distance. And when we convert this equation statistic to mathematics, we use summation converted to integration, that is W is equal to integration of a to b fx dx. Once you look here, this equation is nothing but as like the equation of W is equal to fx. So when we integrate it from a position to b position for the constantly changing forces, we must be use the equation W is equal to integration of a to b f into dx. Now boys, I give you a homework that you practice in your home, and lastly I show you a video clip for better understand of today's lessons, and lastly we will meet again. For this hope, I thank you.
Work done by a constant force. Here you can see a boy pushing a toy car. Let the car move through a distance s in the direction of the applied force F. Then the work done due to the application of the force is W is equal to modulus of F into modulus of S. That is, W is equal to Fs. Now let us calculate the work done by the force when the boy is pulling the toy car as shown here. Here the car does not move in the direction of the applied force. That is, the force and displacement are inclined to each other. In such cases, the product of the displacement and the component of the force in the direction of the displacement give the work done. Now resolve the force F. The component of the force in the direction of displacement is F cos theta, where theta is the angle of inclination between the force and the displacement. That is, work done can be written as a scalar product of the component of the force in the direction of the force and the displacement. W is equal to F into S, that is equal to Fs cos theta. A porter carrying a weight on his head and walking horizontally does no work against the force of gravity. Guess why?
Work done by a variable force. A constant force is rare. It is the variable force which is more commonly encountered. Figure is a plot of a varying force in one dimension. If the displacement delta x is small, we can take the force Fx as approximately constant, and the work done is then delta W equals to Fx delta x. This is illustrated in figure. Adding successive rectangular areas in figure, we get the total work done as W equals to sigma from xi to xf of Fx delta x, where the summation is from the initial position xi to the final position xf. If the displacements are allowed to approach zero, then the number of terms in the sum increases without limit, but the sum approaches a definite value equal to the area under the curve in figure. Then the work done is W is equal to integration from xi to xf of Fx delta x, equation 1. Thus, for a varying force, the work done can be expressed as a definite integral of force over displacement. If the force varies, example, compressing a spring, we need to use calculus to find the work done. If the force is given by Fx, a function of x, then the work done by the force along the x-axis from xi to xf is W is equal to integration from xi to xf of Fx delta x.